1 out of 3 women are violated worldwide. That's more than 1 billion women. 30% of women worldwide have experienced some form of violence in their relationships. Women who are in abusive relationships are 2 times more likely to suffer abortions and mental health related issues such as depression. For so long, gender-based violence has been treated as women's problem and has caused men to keep quiet about it. While a research conducted in Asia and the Pacifics, 1 in 4 men have caused violence, and 1 in 10 men have raped women before, most of them having their very first experience as teenagers. Generally, more than 80% of GBV is perpetrated by men against their partners in a relationship. Obviously, this is men's problem. The bane of the fight against GBV has been the shift of focus from the cause to the victim, when in fact, gender inequality and toxic masculinity are not the only catalyst of GBV. Trauma is known to be the major cause of violence in men when they themselves have been victims of GBV directly or by simply growing up in such a home. It is therefore impossible to win this fight against GBV without the voices of men. VOIICE of Inspiring Inclusive Change Equitably Foundation puts in place inclusive ways of eradicating gender-based violence and its mental health related issues. Marginalized persons such as sex workers, people who suffer disabilities, LGBT, women and children in rural and poor communities are at higher risks as well. The VOIICE Foundation seeks to make this change through awareness creation and support. VOIICE prides itself in a sense of community where the most known effective tools to combating GBV are employed. 1. The bystanders approach. The bystanders approach has been known to be very effective where people who are not directly affected by derogatory, violent or discriminatory statement speaks up against it from amongst their peers. Imagine this, that among 5 peers, 3 of them are voices. The 2 will lose status in their peer group for being discriminatory and violent. 2. Being voices for themselves. We empower members who are called voices to be voices for themselves wherever they find themselves. With VOIICE, every voice matters.